Well, I was very excited to be invited to be the speaker at the Women's Breakfast, the Women in Material Science Breakfast here at the MRS meeting. I did speak during my talk about some of my own perspectives and views as a material scientist, but also a woman and a Latina in engineering. So some of the key points have to do with statistics that I gathered and I published in a paper in the MRS Bulletin. The idea of where are all the Latino engineering professors and who are they and what are the statistics related to numbers and how does that impact education and engineering in the United States. I think that in the United States we have a problem in our K-12 system. There's a large variation with respect to some of the higher quality and higher sourced or resourced schools versus the ones that are under-resourced. And the ones that are under-resourced and the ones that are struggling are the ones that tend to be in lower income communities. And if you look at the demographics of low income communities, you are generally talking about minorities. The greatest impact that I have seen in the implementation of some of the programs that I started, it has to do with showing role models to students. And so for me, it started by thinking about who are those Latino engineering faculty now, currently, who are they? And then can we gather together to start making a difference? The goal of having this breakfast here at the MRS meeting, and it has a long history, is to start thinking about some of the choices that some people have made with respect to their own status as a woman in engineering, for example. And what that means for them. And I think that's why I was invited, right? Because I have this experience and these ideas of what it is to be this double minority or a woman in engineering, and what has that resulted with respect to my own productivity as an educator and as a researcher.
MRS TV has all the coverage you want with the big newsmakers. Be sure to check out our content, which is updated each day here on YouTube from the 2019 MRS Spring Meeting here in Phoenix.